What's up, agents? Patrick Wolf here. Today's video is going to be all about the PTS. I've been playing it for a few hours. I wanted to get all the details, as many things that I can get into one video. I've been testing it, that's what I've been doing. So I have accumulated all the different changes that have taken place, that are taking place in the PTS 4 Title Update 5. And in this video, we're going to be going over all of them, from the new guns to the new missions to the matchmaking in the raid. So the first thing in the PTS that you guys would like to know is matchmaking has been added to the raid, but there is a little bit of a catch. So when you go to the raid here, there's two different types of difficulties, normal and story. So story will be the one where you can actually use matchmaking. Now the problem with that is, unlike the normal mode, in story mode you cannot get the new gear sets and you cannot get the Eagle Bearer exotic assault rifle. So that does sound like a waste of time, but the good, if you see the light, you can practice with people without having to wait around for even up to an hour looking for a team. At least you can jump in, get a team, and practice and get experience with the raid. Once you've done that and gotten experience, maybe you can find some new people. Then once you find people in the raid, you can go to do the normal mode and actually have a better fighting chance. So I think that's a very good addition, even with the catch. Alright guys, so with regards to the crafting station, the crafting bench, now you can finally get it up to gear score 500. For some reason, it's been locked at 450 to 490. I have no idea why, but they have changed it. So now we can't do it at the moment because I don't have the materials required. But you can actually upgrade it, so you'll be getting gear score 500 items. Not only that, but when you actually craft these pieces, you'll be able to re-roll them, because previously you were not able to re-roll the gear. So like you would make a chess piece here, you would go over here and you could not recalibrate anything, where it be a gun or mod, whatever. So you couldn't recalibrate it. Now we will be able to recalibrate all the items made at the crafting bench. I do know some people were actually glitched in World Tier 4, so we have had a few issues with it, but they have fixed it now and everything will be fine for Title Update 5. The best thing so far that I've seen in the PTS is the account sharing, which is quite interesting. So if you guys have more characters, more than one character, which I do recommend, by the way. If you have more characters, that's more chances of getting the Eagle Bearer and their various keys in the raid. So definitely try and level up a few characters. Two is great. I'm currently doing one myself. So account sharing, what is that? So blueprints and materials and things like that aren't transferable between your two characters, so you would have to farm them all again. Now, for just 12 in-game currency, you can get the blueprints and all your materials shared between the two characters. So this saves so much time, hours and hours. So all the blueprints you guys have gotten in the past will be transferable between both of your characters until update 5, which is a relief, to be honest. So with regards to skills, we all know that skills is probably the biggest topic everyone's been talking about besides matchmaking in the raid. What has happened to skills? Well, so far guys, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. Skills have actually received a little bit of a buff with regards to damage, but the transfer from cooldown reduction to skill haste has actually been a bit of a nerf. From my previous video, I had a build with about a 15-second Firefly. It's now gone up to 20 something seconds, so we have had a nerf. It's still possible to get major cooldown reductions. Funny enough, you can reduce your cooldowns way below 10 seconds, and it's not that hard, but it is a nerf, and skill haste is not as good as what it sounded. I'm a bit disappointed with what they've done, but again, healing skills are through the roof. My current build that I've got now is a non-skill power build, and I can heal myself really well. So if we just have a look here, I've just thrown together just a random build. Doesn't mean anything, just 2,200 skill power. So if we go into our chem launcher right here, as you guys can see, the armor repair is 77,000. Healing is really strong at the moment. The cooldown is only 13 seconds, and you can activate these really crazy strong mods as well. This is just a very light example. Obviously, you guys can go absolutely crazy, but I mean, 80% heal. All these various talents have received a major boost. So even though skills have been nerfed with regards to cooldowns, and maybe some of them they're actually not as powerful as what they used to be in your build, there are so many ways that you can make them way higher than what they were through the mods, because the mods have received such a big buff. So I'm still yet to figure out exactly how to do it. how much we can stack and things like that, but we will get to that. So this is just the first day and a half of the PTS. So as you can see, 80% heal is not bad. And once we put all those together, you can get a pretty decent healing build. Now Seeker Mines, funny enough, the cooldown reductions have been basically raised. So skill haste is something we're going to have to invest more into, which I had a feeling about it. So you guys need to really invest into skill haste for this. The damage is really not as strong as what we thought it would be. You can't just one-shot anything, but we are yet to see min-maxed builds with this. We'll probably figure out ways. So I don't want to get into too much detail with all of this because things will change. I'm sure they will. The turret is actually really strong. Let me show you guys the turret right now, actually. Things are still good, but the skills are not as crazy as what we thought. But it's still a PTS. As you can see, this does 9,200 damage, which is a lot more than what it was. So if we go over here and we change the difficulty, let's just put it on Elite. Now, before you used the turret like this, and you couldn't do nothing. Like your damage would be ridiculously rubbish. So as you can see, it really shreds through them, so it's nice to see these kind of skills get buffed. He's already dead, and he's already trying to shoot the other guys. So it's nice to see that skills like that are making a difference in the game. So I'm happy about those changes. So let's summarize all of this. Basically, skill haste is a nerf to cooldowns, but we do have buffed mods. So we're going to see, I'm going to be testing it. I'm not entirely sure what's going to be happening. I don't want to just put random facts out there. The Hive is pretty much the same. We do have a bit more utility with regards to power, skill power. So heightening your skill power is very important, but the skill haste, because it's so high, I don't know, guys, it's going to be a bit tricky to find the right balance. But then again, no skill build is perfect, and you guys need to figure out what kind of balance you want. So hopefully we can see some crazy strong builds. I'm going to be testing this out, going to be crazy. We do have very powerful skills and potentially powerful skills. So hopefully we can get into the testing as soon as possible, and hopefully nothing changes too much. But we're going to have to do more testing, leave feedback to Massive, and once they can figure everything out, then hopefully either the skills we want to be buffed a little bit more will get buffed a little bit more, but we're going to have to wait to see for that one. So the new missions in the game are, you do them to unlock the 2 new guns. So these are the 2 new guns that you get for these actual missions. Let me just change my build. All right. So these are the guns you get. It's a Stoner LAMG, and I used it in one of the missions, and I really do like it. Now, the thing with this gun, the damage is quite low. If you look at my M249 Bravo, similar RPM, 20k damage, it only has 16k damage, but the mag size from 150 to 250, it's actually scary. So you got a 250 size magazine, and it really does hit decent. It shoots little marshmallows, I've heard people say, but I really like this gun. I really like the way that you just constant fire. For PvE, it seems like it's been focused around PvE because of the massive mag size. And if you go have a look in the modding itself, we do actually have a locked mod which gives us 5% damage to elite. So clearly it's a nice sustained damage LMG. Then next is the Carbine 7. So the talents on here aren't anything special. I haven't really seen what other ones can roll. So we got 14.9k, 790 RPM. Obviously all these stats will differ from which build you're using. This is just an AR build. I haven't changed anything really special. If you look at the P416, 16.9, 14.9, but we do have, it has a lower RPM. So I would say the LMG is probably better for me at the moment. But I mean, the recoil on this gun is actually really good. Even though it bounces to the right and left, which is not really ideal. It's not as good as like the military G36, but it's still an okay gun. I was hoping for something a bit better. The exotic rifle that has the snake raptor on the Diamondback is currently locked. So these are the missions right here, guys. So we've got the Camp White Oak, the Manning National Zoo, and the Kenley College where you get the Diamondback. We can't actually do that yet. I think it's only going to be releasing on the 5th of July. But I'm going to leave you guys with some footage of the 2 missions. Just a little bit of footage for you guys to watch. It's actually a stunning... The 2 missions are amazing. They're really stunning. They are quite long. they're just on the story difficulty, and I feel like if they can be heroic and things like that, it's going to be really interesting because there's not a lot of places for cover. I think there's a lot of cool fights in it. So I'm not going to show you guys the full missions. I'm just going to show you a few snippets. But anyways, that is the video. The PTS is currently underway, and I'm seeing a lot of good changes, but skills are not as good as what I thought they would be. We're going to have to do a bit more testing to find out exactly how good or how bad they are. But I'm happy with the way that the turrets and things like that have gotten a buff. We can finally use them, be able to use them in PvE. Hopefully PvP they're not going to be too strong. We're yet to see. So anyways guys, thank you for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, click that bell. Make sure to become a member if you guys really want to support the channel. Just click the join button on my main page. And I'll leave you guys with the gameplay from the new missions. Peace out, agents.
Ghostlight, where are you, buddy? On approach. Couple of lights out. Roger, Dodger. You're gonna have to stand by for a few. We're taking our sweet time.
Sounds like you can still overtake Ellis. Unit 1 leader, do you have eyes on Ellis? Unit 1 leader, do you copy? Shit!
Target sighted. Here.
This is Ghostlight. Stand by, LZ. We're almost to you. You should have eyes on us in a minute here. We see you.
We're gonna lose him.
Get him out of here! You're not coming? This is the job, Chief. Taking on in the way.
No, God damn it!
No clear angle. I got one right I got a target. Locked.
Getting Ellis was always a long shot. Black Tusk specializes at dealing with situations like this.
Intercepting enemy communications.
Rainer, where are you?
We just got to the aquarium.
Fucking finally. Okay, they're probably coming right to you.
We'll give them a nice, warm welcome.
I stopped you here today. Keep hiding.
Rainer, what's your status? Rainer, come in! Shit!
Low-level radio repeater detected. Pinpointing location.
A repeater. The outcasts must be using it to boost the range of their comms. Taking that equipment offline will make it harder for them to coordinate against you.
Someone else, will ya? We've lost him.
This is Hosteller. We need backup.
Anybody in range of the Savannah exhibit, head there now. Everybody else, fall back to the aviary and make sure no one gets through. You should be able to fry that repeater by overloading the power supply.
That'll cut the range of their comms significantly. Keep going. You should be coming up on a monorail station soon. The control room will be overlooking it.